Hey, hey. Alrighty. Welcome, Team Honeybees. Hey, Honeybees, it's me, Tracy B, and welcome to our very first Honeybee training. And Hannah and I are super excited to bring this to you because we honestly believe that we've just got a bunch of beautiful babes in here that it would be really nice to have some one-on-one connection with. And so that's why we wanted to bring you guys this you women, not guys, we wanted to bring you beautiful women this training every fortnight and kind of just cover what's going on in freestyle, little bit of housekeeping, and then whatever the topic is for the week. So today I'm going to cover the 90-90 challenge that's going on. If you were on team training last night, Monday freestyle, you would have heard Adam just go on about it, and there's a lot of it being put into team freestyle at the moment. I'm going to go over that and very quickly over ManyChat, and then we're going to have the beautiful Hannah come in, and she's going to chat to you guys about how to invite authentically, so you don't feel like you're too salesy at all. But also what I think is a really important part of this whole business and life, like just in life in general, is really to have a mission and a vision of where you are going. So we're gonna finish that off with Hannah. What I know from Hannah is she's really good at building her big, beautiful vision. It is one thing that she really hits the ground running with. So it'll be really nice to have her share on training tonight. How blessed we are to have our beautiful selves and all our beautiful honeybees in our tribe. So thank you so much for joining us. So just if you guys have not heard of the 90-90 challenge, Richard Bliss Brooks spoke with us at retreat a few weeks ago, and he came up with this concept. I don't know if it's his concept, but it's a really good concept of inviting 90 people in 90 days, which means just inviting one person every day to have a look at this opportunity, which is, for me, was like, aha, that's amazing, because I do know for some people who come into this business, you know, getting customers and clients is amazing. Like, we are taught from scratch how to do it authentically. We've got the beautiful Juicy Body Transformation program that also entices and creates curiosity to get people into the program. So that's all good and well. But I do know from experience, when Adam said to me, come on girl, you've got to start recruiting and getting team, I froze. But this is just me. I'm not everybody, but I just, speaking from experience, from my experience, was I freaked out and I thought, oh my gosh, I started making all these stories up in my head that I didn't know anybody, which I did. I was just too scared to invite. And so with the 90 challenge, all it is just getting the courage and the belief in yourself to just invite one person a day. Now, I will pop in our team page the training that Richard Bliss Brooks did on the 90-90 challenge. And I loved his psychology around it, was that you only have to invite one person a day. So it cuts out the BS of I have to invite 3 or 5, or I'm not good enough because I didn't invite 2, 3, 4, 5. It's only one a day. And let's face it, one a day is not that hard. It's maybe 5-6 minutes of your time. So for me, myself, I was like, that's really cool. And the numbers show that over inviting 90 people over 90 days, what's the word? Don't try and bring big words into this, Tracy, but your recruitment numbers, they grow. So I don't know about you, and I will be honest, I'm the first person to be honest here, is I have days where I'm just like, invite. I'm all over it. I'm just like crazy. Oh my God, pat myself on the back. I've invited 10 people. And then I'm like, for the next 3 days, I'm just like, nah, I invited 10 people. I'm not going to do anymore. So if you know this to be true, and that is so me, I'm loving the 90-90 challenge because it's one a day. Here's the cool thing though, which I really enjoyed. So I started yesterday, was that 1 a day became 2 yesterday, and then it became 3 today. I'm not saying you have to do that, but I actually got joy out of being able to do 1. And then just for me personally, it was like, man, that was so easy. I can so do another one. And then 3 was today. I'm not saying I'm going to do 5 tomorrow, but I promise you, and I promise myself first and foremost, and my family, because this is one of the biggest reasons I'm doing it, is I'm going to invite at least 1 person tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day. If I do any more, that's an absolute bonus. When you're inviting these people, Hannah's going to share how to invite. There's some great verbiage going around as well, but I just want to share really quickly that you come from this heart. You come from this big, beautiful heart that you have, that the life that you have created, even if it's just a little bit of cash or a lot of cash, this is the kind of excitement that we want to help women with. Because I don't know about you, but I know from experience from myself, having that money land in my bank account every month really does like give me that little, it's like it fills my cup even more. It empowers me, and that is why we are empowered women. So try and come from that space when you are inviting, and it's only 1 person a day. Hello. Adam and Kira also have some really cool like competitions and incentives to those who are actually, you know, inviting 1 person a day. All we've asked is, so if you are keen to do the 90-90, just put your hand up, reach out to your upline and say, hey, I want to do the 90-90. Now, what we're getting you to do is just write down 30 names. It is in 90 days, but we're going to get you to write down 30 names. So for instance, I wrote down my 30 and I sent them to my NND upline, which was Kira. It's kind of an accountability thing. If you want to send it to any of your other uplines like myself or Hannah or whoever introduced you to this business, please feel free to send it to them as well. Makes you accountable. And the cool thing is that on that list is the person that you're going to invite every single day. So it cuts you out of, you know, scrolling through your Facebook and kind of just, I don't know if it's just me, but just scrolling through my Facebook and going, oh, she looks really cool, I'm going to invite her. It takes it out of that. You go through your Facebook. For me personally, I went through and I was like, I'm not going to call it my hit list, but I just did. My chicken list, I guess you could say. The people who I've been really nervous about inviting, those are the people who I put on the top of my list, and those are the people that I'm going to execute first. That's just me. If you want to put them in the middle or the bottom or wherever, then cool. But if I was you, I would be encouraging your beautiful self to really step into a place of power and enlightenment and love, and just say to yourself, who is my dream team? Who do I want around me? What do they look like? You know, how do we mingle when we're together? Are we laughing? Are we having a good time? Or are we sitting in deep and meaningful conversations? You know, who are the women that I want to bring together in this community and uplift and bring to the table, or bring to conference, or bring to events? You know, who are the women that I want to hang out with? I'd be putting them on the top of my list. And then asking them every day if they want to take a look at the opportunity. Hannah's going to share with you verbiage around that later. So the first thing to do is put your hand up, reach out to your upline and say, yeah, I want to do the 90-90. Because let's face it, right? And I just was very honest with you before, I wasn't doing it. I was some days not even inviting anybody. And then one day just going, crazy, I'm just going to freaking invite 20 people and then that's me for the rest of the month. Like, BS, like 1 person a day. So if you put up, thanks Debbie, if you put your hand up, let your upline know that you are keen to do this, send them the list of the 30, that's your accountability. And then there's 2 videos that your upline will send you to watch. One is the mission statement that Kira encourages you to do, which is probably the most comprehensive and really, what's the word? Comprehensive and really detailed mission statement I've ever heard. And I was just like, holy crap, like that's an amazing mission statement. That's what I want. Not that that's what I'm missing or any of us are missing. It's not like we have to have this mission statement and then life is just going to happen that way. We have to put in the work. We have to come together. We have to work together, inspire others, pull others up, to make that mission statement real. But the mission statement really is something that you read 2 or 3 times a day. I do remember Kara reads it twice a day, maybe every morning, really setting her intentions into the universe so that this is what I want and this is what I'm going to do in order for me to get what I want. So there will be a video on that. Your upline will send you that, and also the Bliss Brooks training on the 1990. I think those 2 things combined, which is why our leaders have done that, really make the 1990 solidify and just set in stone. And I know it's only the 2nd day, but I really feel like this 1990 is something that a lot of us women are really drawn to, because if I'm honest, like the empowered group right now is just something that we're all really not feeding off, but we're really feeling a good vibration from. So it's beautiful. It's a good challenge. It's an easy challenge. It's not too challenging, I guess you could say. And then we just go from there. So there's verbiage going on there. And then you will see your confidence grow. Like I said, I went from 1 to inviting 2 to inviting 3. See how it goes for you. Like, I'm not pressuring you to do any more, but 1 a day at least. I think super important. And then you can tick that off, you know, and you don't have to think too much about the people you're going to invite in that moment. You've already got the list. Clear? Okay, so I'd really encourage, and I would love as many of you beautiful babes to jump on this kaupapa, this waka, this amazing mission, the 1990, and really help it grow. And you know, set yourself a little goal, maybe for conference. If you're coming to conference, you know, like how many beautiful honeybees do we want to add to this tribe before I get to conference? Maybe we can encourage at least 1 or 2 of them to come to conference and really capture the vision and the vibe that's going to be so vibing in Melbourne. It's going to be epic, so epic. So, you know, maybe set a little something like that for yourself. The next thing I wanted to talk about is the ManyChat, which I think is so amazing, and it really is a game changer for those of us who get a little bit lost in, what do I send them now? What do I do this? And, you know, do I send this to them? Do I send that to them? Or, oh shit, I forgot to send them this and that, blah, blah, blah. If you don't know what the ManyChat is, go into Team Honeybee or Team Freestyle, punch in ManyChat, and it'll come up with the link. You just click on the link, and the coolest thing, they just send it to your messenger. Welcome to Team Freestyle, blah, blah, blah. This is your start strong. Jump on here and watch each video. And what I love about the videos are they're short, they're sweet, it's Adam, and it's to the point. So it kind of takes, for me, I had a file like in my phone, and I just, you know, I'd have to send them each file, which was, it's okay. But I also found that sometimes the content was changing in the order that we were sending it to people. And I'll be honest with you, if I had a long time between adding team, I'd forget. You know, if it'd been like 3 months since I'd added a teamie, it was like, what do I do again? What I love about the ManyChat is it takes it out. So that, hypothetical, if I join the team, it comes into my messenger. Says, Tracy, watch this next video. Not in that verbiage, but it's better cool. It's cooler than that. But it's like, and then you watch that video, and then you're like, yep, done. And then it sends you the next video. So it kind of helps your new teamie come in, you know, at their own pace. The only couple of things I would suggest I would do when you're bringing your new teamie on is, one, and always, this is a non-negotiable, you touch base with that new teamie every day. That's a no-brainer. Why? Because it shows them that we're supporting them, that we actually want to ensure that they're comfortable with the process. So you must ensure that you're touching base with them every day. And asking them, you know, how'd you go with the video? Are there any questions you have? Like, feel free to ask us. You know, there might be some questions that constantly come up, and then you're like, hey, I might let Claudine know that, hey, this is a constant question that keeps coming up. Maybe we could do a video or some training around it or whatever. So it's important that we're always touching base with our beautiful new teamies to make sure that they're getting the love and support that they need, because we don't want to take away the personality that they've come to in the beginning with the ManyChat, with the messenger. Because even though as beautiful as the messenger is, like, we have so much connection, you know, through messenger, that's how we reach these people, it can be disconnecting when they come in as a team. So, I mean, it's a no-brainer. It's important. We're still connecting with them every single day. If it's picking up the phone, getting on a video call. I know for me, it's a video call. And any of you guys who have jumped on this team, hang on, Ruby's just coming to ask me a question. Can I download an app? No, not yet. Can you need to wait till I'm finished. You need to wait, okay? Okay, close the door, please. I lost my train of thought. ManyChat is awesome. We'll just say it's awesome. And oh yeah, that's right. Just make sure that you are getting on a call or you're on a video call with your new teamie every single day. You know, I mean, if that's how they want to connect. But I know for me, when I see my beautiful babes on a screen, it lights me up even more. So maybe that's just me. Maybe I just like to, you know, have a video call. What's going on? How can I help you? Blah, 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 blah. But when you're bringing on new team anyway, I know is that when you are bringing on team that are in action, you're on a video call with them all the time anyway, because they're bringing on new customers and stuff like that too, yeah? So yeah, ManyChat's amazing. Once again, just go into the search bar in Team Honeybee or Team Freestyle, punch in ManyChat. When you bring on a new teamie, and remember to go through the process, it's building rapport, it's sending the event, then it's doing the three-way, and then having a big chat and welcoming them, and then it's the ManyChat. It's not, and that is the process. I'd encourage you not to get all excited and be like, oh, before we do the three-way, just watch this video, or, you know, send them the ManyChat. Please, I encourage you not to do that. Let's stick to the system and stick to the process, and, you know, then it's teachable and no one gets lost. So I love the ManyChat for that, is that we never get lost. And for me, when the ManyChat came out last week, I watched it. I'm up to like the 5th or the 6th video right now, but I'm going back and I'm learning how to be a new franchisee, so that I know, you know, what I'm kind of re-educating what I'm going to be teaching again. Me too, says Stacey. Yes. Nice to see you, Stace. So yeah, ManyChat's amazing. So yeah, before I pass it over to Hannah, I do want to just finish with, I really honestly, like, my hand on my heart and tears welling up behind these eyes. I'm so grateful for this business and all the beautiful women that we get to bring into the space. And, you know, I feel safe in this space. I feel loved. I feel inspired. I feel uplifted. And I've never, ever had that in any of the circles of women that I've had before, because it's always just chit chat, you know, it's the chit chat and the gossip and the blah, blah, blah. Whereas this space is growth, and I really thrive on that. And I think a lot of women actually lack that. And that's why they gossip and why they look for things outside. And I really love that I've been able to go inside myself and feel safe in this space with all of these beautiful women. So thank you. Yes, Maggie, true connection. I want to thank you all. Last but not least, I know you all hear the leaders bang on about conference. I used to hear it when I first joined this business, and sometimes I wouldn't even get on training because I was so sick of hearing about it, you know. And mostly that was my story of I can't afford to go to conference. And so I just put on my blinkers and went, I don't want to know about it. You're just asking me to, you know, find an extra $500 to $1,000 that I don't have, and la la la. And I talked myself out of one conference, and I still regret it to this day, because it was the biggest badass conference. Well, it looked that badass because I had the massive FOMO over not being there, but it was on the Gold Coast. They had this amazing tea stage that kind of like went into the crowd, and I missed that, and I was so pissed because it was just on the Gold Coast. And you know what, my team from New Zealand went, and I didn't even go because I made up this BS story that I couldn't afford it, and that was a lie. It was such a lie. It was like, you know what, you could have worked an extra weekend, you could have gone and get 10 more customers or whatever. It could have happened. So that's my there. I know that it's hard for some people. I truly know. but I also know that if you can find a way, I remember one time Adam and Kira were talking about beg, borrow, and steal. I was like, I'd never do that. But, you know, there are ways that you can. So if you need help, please just reach out to your upline, and we could probably just give you some avenues, or just to help you think outside of the box. Because I know when I used to be stuck in that little money story, I couldn't see outside. That when I talk to my uplines or my mentors, they help me see the bigger picture. And the funny thing is that we all know what the bigger picture is. Sometimes we're just so stuck in that little box, we just can't feel it. And what I love about my mentors and my uplines are they help me feel it. So if it's something that you really do want, and you know it's something we could probably help you with, please put your hand up and just reach out to your upline and have a chat with them. There's no obligation at all. All I know is that when I missed that conference, I was gutted, because I know that every conference that I go to, it grows my belief, and it grows my heart, and it grows myself, and that's something that I really strive for, and I really want that for everybody, but I can't do that for everybody. That's just my story about conference. So I'd love to see as many of you beautiful honeybees there. I promise you it's amazing, and it's one thing about Juice Plus that really does solidify that I'm in the right place. I feel like I am, and I know that all the women around me feel the same. Yeah. So thank you very much. I'm going to pass it over to beautiful Hannah. Thanks, Hannah, and Hannah's going to chat to you about inviting and creating that big mission and that big vision for yourself, so that this feels real and you've got wheels behind you to get you going. So, mwah, I love you all.
Thank you, Tracy B. Amazing. We love you.
I love you too.
We all would not be here without you. Yes, can I just say again, speaking of conference, how incredible our conferences are, how incredible our Juice Plus conferences are. I've met people who were in different MLM businesses, and I've kind of asked them about like their conferences and stuff, and they like said it was real salesy. They were just trying to get us to buy stuff, da 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 da. They had, you know, really like think speakers, and like it was just, they felt really, and it was actually a reason why they removed themselves from the company after going to that conference. And we've also met people, that woman that we met at Game Plan, Tracy, who, and she was like the Linda Evenden of another MLM company, and she came to this conference. She was very new to the company, and like already earning 6 figures and all of that in that other company, but something didn't sit right with her, so she came over to Juice Plus, experienced our conference, and was just like, whoa, I have been to so many conferences and I've never felt such love and grace and connection, and it was just about the people, and it wasn't about like selling or anything like that. It was just about like growth. So yeah, it's really a non-negotiable, the conferences. They're just, yeah, they're super amazing. Okay, so I'm a little bit unorganized, I have to admit, but I have just pulled together some notes while Tracy was speaking. And she wanted me to speak a little bit about mission and vision, but I just wanted to share quickly a couple of practical things that I've been using for reaching out and doing this 90-90 challenge. And I started getting into a role of inviting people before this 90-90 challenge even came up, like last month and probably the month before too. And Tracy will know this because I've been putting her in lots of freeways. But I just kind of got into this habit of just inviting people. Like I don't have that fear or that doubt there anymore. It's just like it's kind of like a natural thing for me now, and I can do it within 4 to 6 messages of meeting somebody online, which is really exciting for me, and I feel super stoked to have just it's just like building a muscle, you know. You're gonna be shit at it in the beginning. You're gonna say the wrong shit to the wrong person, or you're gonna say too much, or you're gonna say too little, or you're gonna get in your head and not even do it at all. Like, we all do that. But if you just keep doing it and keep trialing different ways and doing what the leaders do and doing and using the new tools that are coming in constantly, we're getting like new ideas from like Fraser Brooks and Richard Bliss Brooks and, you know, all of the amazing leaders in MLM, the ones who are coming, like what's his name, Fraser is just like all heart, man. He's just I love his style. And so you've got to find somebody whose style you love too. And so I love his because it's so authentic and genuine, and yeah, he's really about redefining network marketing and making it like cool again. So one thing I wanted to mention was the new, it's kind of like the new Start Strong script guide. It's called What Do I Say? And it's in Team Spirit. It's one that Linda created, which means that we can all have it too. I've got it printed out. But she's just got like really simple examples of scripts here. So like, for example, here's one. Hey babe, I just saw your post or photo about, and then you put in whatever it was about, and it got me thinking about you. I'm not too sure if you've seen my posts lately, but I've recently started my own little side hustle business as an online holistic wellness coach, and I have seriously been thinking about you so much lately. You're going to think I'm absolutely crazy, but I just have to tell you, you know, and if you were, you know, if I was to send you something, would you be open to taking a look? Or hey, I'm working on something super exciting. It may or may not be for you. Would you be open to taking a closer look? Like, that is super simple. And obviously you're not just going to randomly reach out to someone who you haven't talked to in forever and say that. You have to, you know, reach out, make a connection, resonate, ask them how they're going, what they're up to, and then just like, it's really easy just to say, hey, look, I don't know if this is for you or not, but I couldn't help but think you might be interested. If I was to send you something, would you be open to taking a look? And what Richard, he's got the training around the 90-90, and he talks about like, you're just asking them to take a look. You're not trying to sell them something. You're not trying to make them join your team. You just want them to have a look, because the more people that have a look, it might not be for them, but they might know somebody who they could be like, oh my God, like, you know, and see the person and they'd be like, oh, I watched this video today that my girlfriend sent me, you know, and they get chatting about it. It's the same thing. It's just, we're wanting to expose the opportunity and share the gift. You know, we've always got to remember that this really, really is a gift, and there's no right for us to hold that back from other people. Hey, Ruby. Thank you for letting us have your mummy tonight. Yeah, so if you get into that mindset of like, okay, I'm just asking them to take a look. That's all I'm asking of this person. And if they want to say no, all good. But most people are like, yeah, sweet, I'll let you know if it's not for me, you know. They even, like, I have a lot of people say that to me, like, yeah, I'll take a look, like, I'll totally let you know if it's not not for me. But I feel like, you know, we can connect with people if we're thinking about them. Stop thinking about yourself and what they might be thinking of you, and you know, they might think I'm trying to sell them something, and keep doing all that bullshit stuff. It's about, sorry, Ruby, it's about making it about them. So, you know, what do they do for work? How many kids do they have? Where do they live? I always find asking where they live and where they're based is a really great way to resonate with somebody, because they'll tell you, and you can either be like, oh man, I've never been there before, but I'd love to visit, looks amazing, or yeah, I've been there before, love the, I don't know, whatever, the Geysers in Rotorua, whatever it was. You know, you find a really, and when I share, because you have to share yourself too, right? So before I ask that, I'll say, oh, I'm based in the far north, Ahipara, whereabouts are you based? And lots of them, you know, lots of people, oh my God, beautiful, you're so lucky to live there, or oh, I've got family from there, whatever. It's a really easy way to connect and to resonate. Because when we resonate with people, their trust starts to build straight away, and we can build that trust really quickly. And that's why I'm able to invite people to take a look at this, you know, within 6 or so messages of meeting them online. You don't want to go too long, like don't beat around the bush with it. Don't like ask really uninspiring questions. Ask them like, what inspired you to start sharing your journey on Facebook? You know, spark up a really great conversation, like an inspiring one. I even had a woman say to me the other day, you know, after, I don't know, it would have been 5 or so messages, she was like, really enjoying this conversation, by the way, you know. And I was like, oh, cool, awesome, that's really good. Like, most people don't really point that out, but it was cool to see that, or to read that she was actually enjoying what we were conversating about, because it was what do you call it, substantial conversation, something like that, you know. It was like interesting, and I think it was because I was taking an interest in her. When we take an interest in other people, we become interesting to them, because it's a psychology thing. If the more we take interest in somebody else, the more interesting we are to them. Okay, so if you want some really easy scripts, go to Team Spirit. If you're not plugged into Team Spirit, ask your upline. And it's the first file in the Files tab in Team Spirit, and it's really, really awesome. So that's enough about inviting. We've done lots of that. And just do it, just invite, like just get into the habit, because then it will just become like really natural over time. Okay, mission and vision. First tip, read this book. That book is by the beautiful Richard Glissbrook, and it's called Mach 2 with Your Hair on Fire, The Art of Vision and Self-Motivation. Study it. I haven't even finished this yet. It's such a little small book, but I've been studying it. And Fraser Brooks brought up something really cool the other day on one of his lives. He talked about, you know, read books, but don't try and be like the hero and read 110 books in 1 year, you know, because you can read all the books you like once over and know nothing and remember nothing. But if we choose some really great books that align with what we're doing, and we study them and we read them over and over, and we know them inside out, and we actually learn from them, and we actually use them and put them into action, then that's, you know, that's how we want to be reading books. So yeah, this is how I kind of got inspired to just look a bit deeper into vision creation. Also through Lauren Lahave's vision board creation workshop, which if you want it, it's in the file somewhere, we can get it for you. But basically, you're wanting to create a vision of yourself, so then you know who you're wanting to attract into your team. And then also alongside that, you're wanting a vision of what your business needs to look like in order to get to where you want to be in the business. So mapping out. Mapping out's really basic, but I think a lot of us don't lay enough importance on it, on creating a map and seeing exact, like, because we can show you, like, if you want to be earning $2,000 a month, we can show you exactly what your business needs to look like. And I just think that's so amazing, because you have that vision right there. Okay, now I know exactly what I need to do. What are the steps to doing that and creating that? Bye, Debbie. Love ya. Yeah, So business, mapping it out. Team, sharing your values and your beliefs, knowing what they are, and that's building a vision of self. So in Richard's book, and I know I've shared these pages before into our team page, so go and print them off or whatever, and that they're it's like a little worksheet, right? So basically he gets you to write down all of your authentic values. So examples of those would be honesty, comfort, intimacy, respect, safety, family, freedom, so many. So writing those down, and then and then your gifts. So your values, your gifts. So what are your gifts? To challenge, honesty, inspiration, integrity, creativity, leadership, listening, love, organization, spirituality, strength, success. So all of your gifts, writing them down. And then your life purpose. So a theme for your life. So a theme for your life, for example, would be for, like his was, my purpose in life is to live full out, have fun, and inspire others to do the same. Really, really simple, but really effective, because it kind of gives you like a theme song or a theme for the movie that you want to envision for your life, right, and for your business. And then he talks about, he gets you to write down your character traits, your beliefs, and your habits. So, you know, I act quickly on things I need to do, or I look for the positive and good in everyone. And if it's not about doing what you are now, it might be, some of it would be what you are now, but it's a vision is about creating who you need to become. So when you're creating your vision of self, it's who you need to become in order to achieve those things in your business and in your life. So what type of people, you know, are achieving what you want to achieve, and what are their character traits, what are their beliefs, what are their habits, and so writing those down, because you're envisioning who you want to become. You're not staying here at who I am now. Like, you might be a super amazing, awesome person right now, but there are some things that we can grow to and expand to, and that we need to get better. Like for me, I wrote down on mine that I am organized, because I have to keep focusing on that, and I'm slowly seeing that I can start getting more organized. Like, check this out. I like use these square things and stuff now. Instead of just blank pieces of paper like I used to. Look at that crap. How do you keep up with that? So this is me becoming who I need to be in order to get to where I want to go. Yeah. So I also wanted to share a couple of things that I've written down while studying this book. How goals and visions are different. So goals are about I will. So goals are about, like, goals are amazing, by the way, but they're about I will. That's like, okay, I'm going to get there somehow. But visions are about I am. So I'm already embodying who I need to be in order to, who I will be when I get there and achieve that. So we need to act as if we've already achieved it. And that's about creating that movie in your head. Like for me, I've got this movie in my head about walking on stage and giving my NMD speech. It plays over in my head all the time, and I can see it, and I can see the people, and I can see like everything. Like it's very, very vivid and clear when I see that. And so that is what vision is. Vision is playing out, like you can close your eyes and you can see yourself. Like it's envisioning yourself in your dream house. It's envisioning yourself, you know, celebrating and feeling the feelings that you know that you'll feel when you achieve it. So Richard talks about movies, right? When we go and watch a movie, and a movie makes us cry, it makes us laugh, it makes us angry, all of that. But it's just like, it's not even real. but our subconscious is reacting to it because it's playing out there, and our feelings and our emotions are attaching to it and are creating it as if it's real. And our conscious mind doesn't actually tell the difference between what's real and what's not. And that's why vision is really powerful, because if our mind, and we can work on creating a vision and writing it down and putting it on a board and, you know, creating a movie, our subconscious mind, can't actually tell the difference between it. And so we'll start to believe it, and we'll start to feel it, and we'll start to, like when I envision myself, like when I get right into the vision of walking on that stage and giving my NMD speech, it starts to, like, I get excited, tears start to well, all that sort of stuff, you know. So it's about really, really feeling it as if you already achieved it, because that's what's going to pull you through when times get tough, when you start to doubt yourself, when shit starts to get too hard, and you start to go, oh, I can't be bothered with this today. If we've got that vision there to remind us every single day, it's going to cut that BS out real quick. So you need those types of things to, you know, scratch the record. The record. So, you know, we might have this old record playing with a BS story that comes in. We all have it. We all have the same, you know, we all have our own BS stories that come in. But if we have these tools that are going to help us to scratch that record, it's just gonna sound like crap, and we're not even going to believe it anymore, right? So, and this new story that we're building, and this new movie that we're building, is just going to become so loud and so clear and so vivid that stuff, just like, it'll always be there, but it'll be super quiet, or it'll sound like crap, and you'll be like, oh, turn that off. Same thing. And so we did this on a really high level at Tony Robbins last year, and it's super powerful. I had a really shitty belief when I went into Tony Robbins about being a procrastinator. That is just totally, like, when I think about it now, it's like it doesn't even come up for me anymore. Like, it used to come up hard out, and I used to use it as an excuse, like, oh, I'm a procrastinator, I procrastinate, da 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 da. It's not even like, yeah, I don't even hear it anymore. So it's really interesting to reflect back on that stuff, and it's super powerful, and it can be done. You don't have to go to Tony Robbins to achieve that stuff. You just have to find a group like this and let them know that you want to scratch some records, and we can definitely help you with that. So that's vision. Very briefly, I mean, vision is everything, is powerful. Oh, that's what I was going to read to you, my vision of self that I wrote. I love how I listen in a meditative-like state with no in my head chatter about what people are saying to me. I am totally present to them, taking their stories all in with unconditional curiosity and love. I love that I have a passion for creating spaces for women's empowerment, whether it be face-to-face, one-on-one, or one-on-one, community events, online korero, or Facebook groups. People find value in what I share, and I love seeing others find their light too. I love how I serve people creatively and with great generosity. I look for their needs and wants, and I serve them with my unique assets, whether it's my skills, contacts, or ideas. So that is, like, if you have a vision of yourself, that's who I need to be. That's who I need to turn up as every day, right? So we need to write a vision of who we need to turn up every day as to, and who we need to show up as to achieve the goals that we want to achieve. So yeah, that little activity, I have posted that in our Team Honeybee page. I highly, highly recommend doing that. And, you know, also, like, Kira did an amazing mission statement training the other day. If you want to see that, we can send that to you. So mission, quickly. Mission is, what is our like every day? Like, what are we, who, like, yeah, like that. Who are we needing to show up as? What is it that what is that we're doing? What are we doing? For me, we're creating empowering spaces for women to shine, to uncover their potential. So I think it's really important to use the right wording too. For me, I don't think that I can empower you. I can only create a space for you to become empowered. There's no way that I can I can give you all the books and all the ideas and all the experience, all the coaching and all the mentoring, but if you aren't prepared to take that stuff on and use it and grow and do the work, then you're not going to become empowered. So I cannot empower you. I can only create the space. So I am very conscious of when I talk about mission is around creating space for empowerment. And then it's not about finding yourself or discovering yourself. It's about uncovering who you already are. So helping women to, create an empowering space for them to uncover who they are, to uncover the potential that's already there, to uncover the abundance that's already there, to uncover the light that's already there. There's just so much conditioning and bullshit and past experience that covers all that goodness up, right? And we're wanting to create spaces to open that stuff up and to help women uncover that, who they already are, and who they already know that they can be, but they're just not unsure and don't have the right environment or community around them to inspire them to, start uncovering that and, like I say, do the work. So I'm really excited about that mission in creating spaces, and not just in Juice Plus. Like, Juice Plus is an incredible space to create empowerment for women, for sure, but also creating spaces in the community and online, like, that aren't to do with Juice Plus, women's empowerment, just connecting with women who are doing amazing stuff. So I'm setting up a series of interviews that I want to be doing halfway through the year, probably, connecting with women who are incredible in business, who are doing incredible things in their communities, who are passionate about health and well-being, and then there's women who are passionate about revitalizing our reo, and so plugging into those women and highlighting them, because that is, if I'm interviewing them and we're hearing their stories, it's when we hear the stories that inspires us and empowers us to go, oh, I could do that, or I need to do that, or I need, how do I, and that's creating visions too, I guess, right? Because if we have these beacons of light, and if we can be them as well, but if we have these beacons of light, then women can envision them doing that themselves as well, and they can identify and they see a reflection in you, and that's how we attract our tribe, right? If we beam enough light, show who we are, what we believe, where we're going, what we're inspired about, what we're excited about, then the people who align with what we believe and want to go where we're going will align with us, and that's how we find our tribe. So I'm going to leave it at that. Yeah, I'm super excited. I'm really, really, really excited about this year. I think it's amazing that our upline NMD leaders are really solid in what they're doing. I think what Kira's doing and the Empowered is just you can just see it running through everybody now, and it's really, really cool and exciting. I think it's a really solid mission, the Empowered mission, and I think it will last for a long time, and I think it's going to create some really great impact. So that's it from me. I'll pass it back to you, Tracy B, and we'll see you all next fortnight, Tuesday.
Thanks, babe. That was amazing. You're awesome. We love you, Hannah. Thanks, everyone, for joining. Stacey, so good to see you again. I just want to finish off with what Hannah, just to reiterate what Hannah just said about Kira has really, like, I've watched her in this business just up level, but she's just up leveled, and I feel like she's really pulled everybody in this time. So it feels really nice, and the empowered movement is rocking. So for those of you who are watching, say hi, Rubes. Hi. We're going to go have dinner now. We love you all, and we hope you have an amazing week. If you guys have any questions, anything, reach out to our upline. Like, we cannot help you unless you put your hands up. Yeah? Don't make us come chase you. We love you all. Whatever you do, make good choices, love one another, be kind, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Mwah. Bye for now.